Alright guys, it's mid-morning. We're well underway on our getting ready for our renovations here today. First thing we had to do was make space in the garage here, because Jen's going to be bringing her stuff, and a lot of these I went through and carefully checked. These three are computers that are going to be rebuilt, laptop, Compact, Presaria, Dell, Latitude. I got some computers to be rebuilt. But basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stereos. I really made the decision today that they would be cost ineffective for me to repair. So I'm going to deep six 3 of them, because I just do not have time to do the extensive repairs that are required. But what that's going to help do is free up additional room inside here. And if you look over here, these stereos used to be spread all over the front of the garage. So instead of having 100 now, we're down to about 40 stereos here, which is really great. So there's a lot of room in this garage now for distilling and putting stuff in here. The boss like, God damn it, I'm not going to work in that garage there. But it's got a tall ceiling. And if you open the front door there, you know, this has the tractor go-through doors, the big double doors. But if you open that about a third of the way up, nobody can see what you're doing from the street. And it lets a lot of airflow through here. So what we're going to do now is move a lot of this stuff from the shine shack over here, because I don't want the inspector coming in and seeing the, you know, being all waylaid by checking out the steel and being nosy. So what I'm doing now, we've got to break down the steel and move it in component parts over there. So I'm actually draining out the back set here, and once that's drained out, we'll start carefully taking the unit apart, because this was a lot of money, this unit. So we want to be ultra careful with stuff so that nothing gets broken here. So going to have about 3 loads of this back set. We're just going to chuck it. It's been in here too long, which means our first run of the new year is going to be a throwaway run, because without back set it's lousy fermentation. Okay, we got part 1 to power it off. We got everything totally drained. Yep, totally drained. So now we can disconnect the electric here. And yes, we're already unplugged from the wall. Don't panic. This might have some, yeah, I knew that might have some goo coming out there. Always good for the floor. Boss loves to see that shit. So that's that heavy stuff that we'll be mopping out at the end of the day anyway. It doesn't matter. Got it all captured pretty much. The condenser and the column off here, well, we got it all off, and now it remains to clean up and clean out and clean up this this mess down here. And that smell is awful stiff, so we got to make sure we get all of our clamps here for holding it together to do it the right way. So, yep, moving on. The nice thing about the big kettle, and you can see some of the old grains that have come out there on the ground. The nice thing about the big 26-gallon pot is that it's stainless steel, and you can look down inside and see, oh, that I had a lot of sludge and crap in the bottom there, and in no time at all, with just the hose and everything, got that cleaned out. So the beauty of stainless steel is it's impervious to everything. So we can get this over to the garage now and get this stored, and just take the stand and the filtering thing in the back there, and we should be good to go. We still got to break down this table, get that out of here, and keep moving forward. I haven't decided whether I'll keep that table up or not. For you know, it's going to have to come down when it's time to do the drywall, the insulating and the drywall. Oh boy, well, one of the fun jobs we get to do is cleaning up rat shit around here, because you know, they went crazy in here, I gotta be honest. So glove up. You know, the boss told, oh, be careful that hunter virus. Well, what the hell, let's just say we got a better class of rat out here in California, so let's get on it. That takes care of that on top, so we're just about done. Let's take a look around. Yeah, we got the still taken down. We got that slop all cleaned up on the floor. So it remains to get a few more things put away out in the garage here. If we go out here now, you can see I got a hell of a lot of room in here now. I got the big whiskey barrel brought over, and I've got the still all washed out real good. I still have to take that column there and put it in some citric acid and clean it up good to get the inside clean. But the stills over here, the filter, yeah, I'm real happy with all the room I got since I moved all this, and it's going to get better once I clean up all the electrical over here. That'll be a lot better. But this is really a mess. But I really can't do any cleanup on this area till I get the inside done. I'd like to really renovate this with better shelving and everything, but for now it's got to be what it's got to be. So you can tuck the TV out. I might pop that back in on the table. But I want it to look as clean and neat as possible when the inspector dick comes. I also took out that heater and pulled that wiring, so now we're gonna run a wire. As soon as I finish cleaning up, we're gonna punch out another here, another inlet. We're gonna put run up over here, and we're gonna run up maybe drill, and we're gonna pop a ceiling fan holder up in there, and we should be good to go. Just have to determine the best location. I don't want it to be underneath the light, the paddles. That's very distracting when you're below to have the paddles going off. So I may mount it up here, but this might be a more logical choice between these two. So we don't have that paddle making making a strobe effect on the lighting down here. Alright, miles to go. Okay, we pretty much got this side of the shine shack good to go. Now I'm over here in the, gonna go over in the shower area here. And I had to remove that shower pan temporarily because I gotta clean up all this rat crap over here. But you can see down there the plumbing that I did. Plumbing on the drain there, and it's got the vent, and it's got the plastic knockout box, and I had to basically take a concrete saw through this 1 3/4 concrete here, and then lay in for the toilet. And we also have the rough in for the shower here, and we got the drain on the other side for the kitchenette, and we got the vent stacks for the toilet. You can see it up there, and then we got it for the kitchenette here, so we should be all good to go. I want to clean this up real good, get this all vacuumed up. I don't want this stuff to look like a freaking mess when the inspector comes. I want it to look real clean. Alright, so we'll get on this now. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. We got everything pretty much squared away in here. We got this really clean to within an inch of its life. Got that ready for the inspector. No rat crap around anywhere. Everything's all sealed up, swept good. I got the, this is the toilet base, the sink in here, and then the toilet behind the fill tank there. Got that cleaned up. I've got everything cleaned up over here. The deal now, we got the still moved out. Everything is really looking good. The old wiring has been cut coming into the building. Down there, I don't know if you can see that, but that's been filled down there in that end of the triangle. So hopefully the inspector Dick won't notice that. So what we've still got to do is part 2 today, and then the wrap up will be installing the overhead fan bracket and wiring that in. So make sure to stay tuned for the next vid. More fun to come.